Hey Facebook, how you doing? Let's get this show on the road. Hi Mom, hi Dad, hi Joey. Waiting for this music to turn on. And we gonna get it popping. Guys, we got no stories tonight. So this is all about you. So this show is gonna go for as long as y'all have questions. We're going to go over the basics of, starting a business and stuff. But this is pretty much going to be all. And King's Cash Club. Okay. And all right, so we're all up on Facebook. Let's go to Instagram. So I want to say thank you. Hey, Tanya, how you doing, love? Okay. Fighter. Make my skin a little bit thicker. Thanks for making me a fighter. Girl, ain't nothing to do but go live. Nothing to do but, what you mean, poor connection? Get your connection back, Instagram. Let's go. All right. Hey, guys. Ooh, Facebook is filling up. Hello, everybody. Yes, Tanya, ain't nothing to do but go live, okay? So, if we can't be together in person, let's be together online. Okay, guys. Ooh, where's my other recording device? Okay. What do I do with it? Hold on, guys. We're getting started at 8:05. So get ready, friends. How am I always misplacing these things? And I use them every single day. Hey, Smith Legal Solutions. Give me 1 second. I got to find my recording device. Where's my production staff? This television network is awful. Hold on, guys. I ain't gonna stop. Woo, Jesus. Okay. Okay, I don't know what I did with it, but all right, I'm back. Hold on a second. All right. So I don't know what I did. Oh, here. The thing was right in my desk, y'all. Oh, yeah, of course, girl. You know, I gotta peek in. I was like, I had just come in from a workout, and I was like, oh, Tanya's on. And then I had to go take a shower. That's why I wasn't on very long. But I gotta watch the replay when I'm done, because I want to know about that investing, y'all. Friends, if you want to know how to get your money right, I encourage you to go follow my friend King Tech Services 18 on Instagram and Tanya Blingologist King Horn on Facebook. You can also find her in the King's Cash Club. She is giving you all the lowdown on money, on how to get more money back on your taxes, all this stuff. She's right here on Instagram with us. We got a lot of people on Facebook. Hello, y'all. Say hi to me on Facebook. I see there's 9 of y'all in there. Somebody say hi. I see you. All right. Y'all, tonight, we got no... You had to change devices. That's cool. Oh, Facebook, my usual disclaimer. There's a delay, about 30 to 60 seconds. So you can still watch on Facebook, but know that it will take a little bit of time for me to see your answers or your questions. But if you want to join in more real time, you can come over to Instagram at nplconsultingfirm, because there's less of a delay there. Okay. Y'all, tonight we are dry. I could not find one story. So if you don't, part of how I get my stories is every day I get emails from Google Alerts. I get Google Alerts. I didn't get one today. I did not get one today. There were no stories. I went to my other blogs. I could not find anything. So today is going to be all about you guys. This show will go as long as you have questions, okay? So if you have questions about your startup and things like that, this is going to be the time to ask. I'm going to go over all this when we start officially at 8:05, but y'all early people, y'all getting a sneak peek. So this gives you some time to get your questions together, okay? Want to say thank you to my insurance bae, Lab Insurance Agency. She's keeping me on point. We're doing social distance workouts. We meet in well-ventilated areas and we stay about 6 to 10 feet apart, and we encourage each other to work out. It's a way to interact without actually having to interact. But yeah, so thank you. Also, if you guys, are looking for ways to keep yourself occupied during the day, what I've started doing is like every hour I do like a few push-ups and some leg ups. And Lab Insurance Agency, she made me start doing burpees, which are like my most hated exercise. But trying to keep it right and tight during the time of Corona. All right, we're getting started in about 1 minute, and then you guys can share this out to your people. Again, today's all about y'all. We're going to go over the basics of starting a business, and then I'm going to turn it over to you, okay? Yes. Tell your friends about me. All right. We got 6 people on Facebook. All right, it's 8:05. Let me pause this. And then we are going to start up, okay? 1 second. Ooh, Mexidern. Hey, girl. How you doing? All right. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy day, whatever, of social distancing. Welcome to NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday through Thursday live broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If you're wondering who's this crazy lady on the internet, I'm Natalie Pierre-Lewis. I'm the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help people like yourself, creatives, entrepreneurs. I help you get your business paperwork together. So if you need help with things like getting your registration with the state, EIN numbers, DUNS numbers, contracts, operating agreements, partnership agreements, hiring employees properly, structuring your payments, structuring your money when you put it in the bank, I help you with all that foundational stuff that you need for your business, all that background work that people don't necessarily see, but that's very important. That's what I do. Why am I qualified to help you do this? I'm so happy you asked. I am a licensed attorney. I have been one for 14 years and counting. I have started multiple businesses for myself and others, both online and offline. I've had many careers in the realms of entrepreneurship, the law, education, hospitality, and administrative support. And most important, I'm very passionate about making business and legal education as accessible to everyone as possible. Not everybody has the time, the money, or the desire to go to business school or to law school, but so many of you have amazing business ideas. And if you're going to be successful in business, there's just some things that you need to know. There's no way around it. So if you want to see how we can work together, guys, now's the perfect time because y'all got nothing but time, all right? So here's what you can do. You can go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. There you're going to be able to download my free Biz Launch cheat sheet that is going to help you start your dream business in 7 days or less. You're also going to be able to book a free 15-minute consultation if you're a first-time client. You can also subscribe to my YouTube and my YouTube channel and my podcast, The Business of. The YouTube channel is where I post all of these episodes so that you can watch them forever. And the podcast, The Business Of, is where I post the audio of the show in case you're somewhere and you can't watch but you still want to listen, okay? What we've been focusing on this month at NPL Consulting is DUNS numbers. A lot of you guys, a lot of stores are going to need suppliers, and the federal government is going to need people to do services for them, especially in the time during and after Corona, right? And if you want to be one of the people who can be a supplier to a big box store like Target, or if you want to get a federal government contract because, they need people to, do maintenance work or whatever, one of the first things that you need is a DUNS number. Your DUNS number is how they're going to check your business credit. If you need a loan or a credit card for your business, it's how the government is going to check to make sure that you have a good supply history. It's how big box stores are going to check to make sure you have a good supply history. So DUNS number is very important. So I have a whole workshop that I did. And I show you guys where you need to go to file it, what information you need, how you're supposed to fill it in, what you should expect, all that. It comes with my DUNS number prep worksheet, the video, and my money management for entrepreneurs ebook. So go pick that up at linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm, okay? As well, if you want to hear more about how I got into what I do at linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm, there is a link to my recent interview on War Cry Radio podcast, where we talk about, why I really feel like entrepreneurship is the way to change your situation, and why I do what I do. So go check it out. So that's enough about what I do. Now on to the show. So if you are new here, if you're watching later and you're like, this looks interesting, what's it about? Here's what we do. So except for today, because there weren't any, I pull stories from the news, stories from pop culture, stories that I see on the Shade Room, gossip sites, things like that. And I find the ones that have, lessons that we can learn as business owners, business and legal lessons that we can learn, and we discuss them, right? Unfortunately today, and with the way things are going, there is very little news in terms of what we usually talk about on here, which is usually trademark infringement, copyright infringement, breach of contract, things like that. There were no stories today, guys. I checked all the outlets that I usually checked. None of y'all dropped anything to me, and that's not a sub to y'all. It's slow. Nobody's doing anything. So today is Ask Me Anything. If you have any questions about starting a business, so I'm basically going to go over the building blocks of how you're supposed to start your business legally, and you guys can jump in with your questions at any time, okay? Now, all of the stuff that I'm going to talk about today, you can find it in the Biz Launch cheat sheet that is for a free download when you go to the link in my bio. But also, if you want a more in-depth, like a 2-hour discussion as to, the building blocks of starting a business, the basics of starting a business and what you're supposed to do and why, I encourage you to pick up Business Startup Basics. It is my video series that lays the groundwork on how to start your startup. So, and you can also pick that up at linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, okay? Yes. So we are just going to get started, okay? So one of the, I've told you guys, I help creators and entrepreneurs get their business paperwork together. A lot of people, a lot of times, especially now because the barrier to entry to business is so low, a lot of people just feel like, I got a Cash App and I got an Instagram, and that's all I need to be out here in these streets. And that's good if you're trying to be a fly-by-night. You're not really taking it seriously. This is just, something for a little bit. Hi, weekend course creator. But if you are going to be in business for the long haul, there are some things that you need to do as a business, to be a legitimate business. Now, feel free to drop your questions at any point in time. Remember, tonight is all about you guys. We don't have any stories, so we are just going over the building blocks of starting a business properly, all right? So if you are going to start a business and you want to be in it for the long haul, one of the first things that you need to do is figure out what your business structure is. I do not ever recommend you running a business as a sole proprietorship, because that opens you up to being personally liable for things. So that what that means is if somebody sues your business, they can also take your personal things. So they can take your house, they can take your car, they can take, that family heirloom that's been passed from generation to generation. So I do not like sole proprietorships. There are many other forms of business structures. There are partnerships, again, but not my favorite because, again, you're personally liable. There are LLCs, which give you a legal shield, and there are also three different types of corporations. You have S Corps, C Corps, and B Corps, and they all provide, the LLCs and the different types of corporations provide you with a legal shield from from if somebody sues your business, they can only sue the business and they can't sue you. So one of the first things that you need to do is figure out what business structure is going to be best for me. Now, I would recommend that you consult a tax professional like King Tax Services 18. Okay, cool. Okay, we're back on Facebook. Who's going to be able to give you, based on the type of business you want to open, they can give you their advice on what structure would be best for you in a money sense. Because I can tell you what I like in a legal sense, but you also want someone to talk to you about it in a money sense. All right. So once you choose your business structure, you need to register your business both state-wise and federal-wise. Federal, it's pretty easy. You need to get an EIN number. I actually have a whole workshop showing you how to get an EIN number. It gives you the website. It tells you all the information you need. We go through the entire process. You can pick that up if you go to linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm. But federally, you need to, get your EIN number, have all your information in order, like who's going to be, your designated agent, all that stuff. You also need to register with the state. Every state has different rules. So you need to go to your state government's website and check out the process for registering your business with your state. Okay, it's not going to be the same everywhere. But also know that you don't have you can set up a business in any state, but you need to know what the money consequences are for you. Okay, and again, that's something that you want to talk to a financial professional about. All right, so after you've gotten your registrations together, you've gotten your EIN number and your registration, one of the other things that you need is you need an operating agreement so that you can open a business bank account. Your operating agreement is kind of like your business's constitution, and your bank is going to want to see it along with your articles of incorporation from the state, and your EIN number. Now, if you are already starting in business and you don't have your articles of incorporation yet, what I always tell people is open a separate personal bank account and just run the business from that personal bank account until you get your articles of incorporation and your operating agreement together, and then you can go open your business bank account. Now, if you need help getting your operating agreement together, guys, I do contracts. I do operating agreements. So let me know if you want to work on that. I have a service. It's not available on my menu where you can just, order it. That's something that we have to talk about and see what you need. But if you need an operating agreement, let me know. Okay, so you get your operating agreement, you open your business bank account. You also need to have contract templates ready, guys. If you're going to, you're going to be servicing people, you're going to, be supplying people, whoever you're working with, you're going to want to put everything on paper. Do not count on people's words. Make sure you have things written down on paper and don't wait until the time comes. You want to have your contract templates ready early so that you know exactly what are your policies regarding, like now, look at the time that we're in, right? So many things are getting canceled, and a lot of people did not, their cancellation policies weren't clear, or they're trying to change their cancellation policies on the back end. You need to make your policies clear up front. What is expected of me in this contract? When is the money due? What happens if one party doesn't do their part? You want very thorough, very well thought out contracts to cover you. Okay. So we did contracts. Also, you want to start protecting your brand, protecting your intellectual property. One of the, again, barrier to entry to business right now is very low, right? But so this has also opened a lot of creatives and entrepreneurs up to having their ideas stolen. Yeah. No, not no word. I'm not sure what you mean. No word of mouth. Not even with a relative weekend course creator. But yeah, brand protection. You need to protect your stuff because people are out here getting their ideas stolen. If you have a business name or a business slogan or a business logo, if you have a name, a slogan, or a logo, hi Tim Nikan, that you are using to represent yourself in these business streets, you want to start protecting it. One of the first ways you can do that is to put a small TM in the upper right hand corner of your logo, slogan, or business name. Now, this does not give you any legal protection. The TM does not provide you any legal protection, but it does tell your industry, hey, this name, this logo, this slogan, it represents my stuff. I don't have a legal trademark yet, but I'm working on it. So that is what that TM tells people, okay? Oh yes, oh yeah, contracts rather than word of mouth. Sorry, girl. You look, going back to contracts, people lie, memories fade, people forget, things happen. It is much better to have things written on paper so everybody, you have something to reference. So you're not like, well, what did we say back then? Like just having it on paper is just so much easier. So if you need help with your contract templates, let me know, okay? And all of you who are trying to get these cancellation policies together in your contracts, I have created a new service just for that. I have a contract revision service for $75. That is something that you can book if you go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm, okay? So, we just talked about trademarks and you know how you're supposed to put the small TM. The next step for your trademarks, highlighting a 730, is that, you're going to want to file for an official trademark with the USPTO. That is the United States Patent and Trademark Office. Now the application is anywhere from $275 to like $465 or something like that. Okay, but once you get your trademark, it is yours. It's yours. You do have to renew it every 10 years, and you do have to use it in business. But it's better to secure now than have to change later. We have talked about so many stories on here of people who had, businesses for years and they never bothered trademarking. And then all of a sudden somebody else comes and they have the trademark, and this business that's been in business that, that's been working for so many years, they have to change everything. So don't let that be you. If you have a brand that's out here that is coming up, and, you feel confident about it and you're moving forward, you want to protect that brand. And the best way to do that is a trademark. Now, along the lines, again, of intellectual property, there's also copyrights. Copyrights come in when you have created like a work of art. So if you're an artist, if you have made, a song, a painting, a sculpture, if you're a fashion designer and you've created a very unique pattern, if you have written a poem, if you have, performed a choreographed dance in front of an audience and it was performed by professionals and it was recorded, all of these things can be protected by copyright. What a copyright does is it tells people, hey, I created this and I am the person who gets to decide what happens to it. Now, copyrights aren't forever. I think for books, it's the life of the author plus 70 years. Actually, it might be the same for all that. But copyrights are not forever, but they do give you, power over your art for at least your life and, several decades after. So this is important. So, people aren't using your work to sell their goods and not, asking your permission. It's like if you put a celebrity's face on your on your items to sell and that celebrity hasn't given you the permission, that's kind of like, a copyright, well, not copyright violation, but it is a violation. But let's say somebody, created a really cute animal cartoon, and then you're like, you found it on the internet, and you're like, ooh, that's cute, I want to use it, right? And that person has a copyright, and they see you using it. They can sue you for copyright infringement because you didn't ask them to use it, right? So it's important that you protect your work. Copyrights are much cheaper than trademarks. Even though copyrights have gone up, they were $55. Copyrights have now gone up to $65 to file. Okay. And again, along the lines of intellectual property, you've got trademarks, you've got copyrights, and you've got patents. If any of you out here are inventors, if you have created something unique, a tool, something that is useful, you're going to want to protect it through a patent. Now, that is not my area of expertise. However, there are three different types of patents. There is a utility patent, a design patent, and a plant patent. I have written an ebook on patents. Actually, I've written an ebook on trademarks, copyrights, and patents. You can pick up my Protect Your Biz ebook collection at my e-store and gumroad.com/NPL consulting firm. That's the Protect Your Biz ebook bundle. It's 3 ebooks on trademarks, patents, and copyrights. Just a primer. So yeah. So what have we gone through? We've gone through picking your business entity, registering your business, getting a bank account, making sure you have contracts, protecting your intellectual property. What else is there that you need to know? You need to secure your social media handles because, you want people to know who you are. You need to set up a bank account. We already talked about that. What else did I say? Oh yeah, you need to be logging your expenses and your miles. If you have to travel and buy things for your business, you want to keep track of those things. The easiest way for you to keep track of miles is there are so many mile tracker apps now. The one that I use on my phone is Mile IQ. It automatically logs my miles and and I can just categorize them later. And you also want to, keep track of your expenses. What are you spending on your business? That's why it's important to have a separate bank account so that you can go through, your expenses. Not now. So that you can go through your expenses for the month, and know what did I spend on equipment for my business? What did I spend on subscription services? What did I spend on travel? You need to keep track of your expenses so that at tax time you can give it to your tax professional so they know how to get you all those deductions. Okay. So now those were just the fine points, not the fine points, the broad points of what it takes to have a legitimate startup. So now if you want the full 10-point plan, go get the BizLaunch cheat sheet. It'll help it'll break that down for you. Okay, you got the separate account. Why don't you use it? You need to use it. That's how you need to track your expenses. Unless you're not doing anything with your business. But if you are making money from your business, all that money should be going into that separate account, Weekend Course Creator. Okay. All right. So now, so we're going to open this up for Q&A now. Okay. So this is your time to ask me anything that you want about the building blocks of starting a business. Please remember that you can always pick up the Business Startup Basics video replay bundle. It is 2 hours of videos plus 3 of my ebooks to get you on the ground running for your business. Okay. And that is $59 in my e-store. And gumroad.com. Weekend Course Creator wants to come on and ask me a question. Okay. Let's get you in here. Why won't this? Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. She's coming on. Oh, I love when I get to talk to you guys face to face. Hello, hi. Angel.
Hi.
How you doing?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, so this is your time to shine, my dear.
Listen, my question, I will make it quick. All right. Mm-hmm. You know that I'm a school teacher, right?
Yes.
Many others.
Yes.
All right. So what I'm starting to get is requests from parents and from just people in general who know me and have kids and they're at home driving them crazy. Mm-hmm. And from so many school systems that they don't know when the kids are going to go back to school. Mm-hmm. They need enrichment activities for their children. Things, because I guess they're not getting enough schoolwork. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But so I said, okay, sure. But I said it'll be in the way of video and, whatever. But I started thinking about the fact that, yeah, sure, I can sit there and make videos of me, but I see so many other videos that are already on YouTube like history things, science things, math things, and I figured out how to edit and put questions in and that kind of things. So it stops out along the way, so it's interactive for the child. I'm trying to figure it out. It's on YouTube, so it's not free. But if I edit, not like edit meaning add in questions. That's the only edits I'm making. Is that I don't know if it's copyrighted, but is that some type of infringement? Is that illegal?
Do you mean like making edits to the, like taking the video and making edits to it?
Like if I took the video that you made last night.
Okay.
And I stopped it at certain points and said, what do you think that Natalie meant when she said blah, 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 blah? Can you elaborate? How can you compare the first story, the first scenario she gave to the second scenario? What were the differences? What was that type of deal like that?
Okay. Well,
we do it on Edpuzzle for educational purposes all the time, but these people are trying to pay me.
Okay. Well, if you are giving, proper credit and you're saying, well, I want you to go watch this video on YouTube, by such and such, and you're giving them the questions, then you're letting them know this is not something that I've created. It's not like you're saying, look at all these videos that I put up on YouTube. You're giving them the access. Professors do it all the time. They'll give you some type of media to go watch, and you have to, answer questions about it later. It's all about giving proper credit. That's the big thing about intellectual property. If you didn't create it, and especially if it's something that's out there like education, and they're not necessarily charging for it, then you give them the proper credit. Now, if it's something where you have paid access to, that is a different story, because you are paying for the access to it. That doesn't mean that you can give it to other people. So like if you have a Netflix subscription, yes, you can use Netflix, but you cannot then take your Netflix subscription and start doing screenings for other people for movies. You understand? But if it's like YouTube videos that are out there for anybody to find, I think that just making sure that you give proper credit to where you found it will, keep you in the clear.
And it doesn't matter if these people are paying me to break these videos down for their children.
No, because they're not paying you for these videos. They're paying you for the analysis of the videos.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I don't know if you watched these.
I had before, and so it's like now it's always in the back of my head, and I remember you saying you must document, you must give this, and which I do. You know what I'm saying? I am the most credit-giving person in the universe.
Right. So I don't know if you watch these recap shows that they'll do, like somebody will, they'll like watch a reality show and then they'll give their commentary on it. Yeah. Now, these people, so half the shows I don't even watch. I watch them through these commentators because, they pick out the important parts that I can watch, and then they give me the lowdown, because I can't watch the reality shows, but I love to watch the commentary, right? Now, these people, they absolutely give credit to the television station or, the television network that is putting it. Now, some of the television networks, they get a little iffy if you use too much of their, what do you call that? Of their footage, right? But again, these are television networks that have commercials. They're trying to have people watch the commercials, so there is money involved. But if it's something like, I would say, Khan Academy that has all these free videos on there, and you can go and learn these lessons for math, it's out there already. They're not charging for it. They just want you to know, this is by Khan Academy. Okay.
I just wanted to be sure about that. I have some other teachers who are like, they're afraid, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I know you got to give credit, but when they started saying the pay part, I was like, oh no.
Because here's the thing, you just have to make sure that you are putting added value to that video. They're not just paying you for access to these videos. They're paying you because you are teaching their children how to analyze. You're teaching their children how to ask the right questions. That is a skill that needs to be taught. They're not just paying you to send their kids to watch videos.
Okay. So it's not babysitting. It's not I'm still teaching. It's
right. Right.
It's definitely going to enhance and help people maybe to better understand the videos and to see more value in them. So
right.
I'm giving value to the person.
Think about what, like, I remember in school, the teachers, they would show us these educational videos, depending on the subject that we were teaching. And yeah, we watched the videos from end to end, but we still had to have our time with the teacher to explain, to talk about the concepts, to do our own examples.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. I won't take up all the time. I won't take up the time.
It's cool.
Thank you so much.
Nope.
I can tell my teacher.
Oh, hold on. I'm so sorry. Someone was so rude and called me on my phone. But yes, but thank you so much for coming on and talking to me. It's nice to see somebody face to face.
It's lovely to see you again. Love
you too. Thank you. Have a good night, my dear.
Good night.
Okay, guys. Any other questions? We have a few more minutes to go. We have like 2, but I will extend it if you have more questions, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So yeah, hopefully between now and Monday, we get some fresh stories, but I am always willing to come on here and do an Ask Me Anything. I want to be here as a resource for y'all. We in this together. Okay. And as much as I can provide you value and education and entertainment as much as I can, I want to do that. So please don't hesitate. If you have a topic that you would like me to expand upon, if you have a story that you want me to talk about, if you have a concept that you're not understanding, reach out to me. Let's talk about it, okay? But yeah, that's what I'm going to leave y'all with tonight. Go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. Go check out what's happening with me, the Duns Number Workshop, the Biz Launch Cheat Sheet. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and the podcast. Go listen to my interview on War Crowd Radio podcast. Okay, there's a lot going on there. You got none but time on your hands. Go check out my stuff. But that is what I'm going to leave you guys with tonight. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. Practice social distancing, please, because I want this to be over. My birthday is at the end of May. I want to be able to go out for my birthday. Stay inside. Bye. Oh, wait. Weekend Course Creator said something about the VCU dorm situation. I do not know anything about that. I'm actually going to Google that after we get off of this, and we can talk about that next week, okay? Or if you have an article, please DM it to me. All right. So good night, guys. Bye.